G Mango's show is going down. People are leaving him. People are turning on him. This is what's going on. Since he wants to pull his stupid shit with me, told me to take a leak earlier. I wasn't around. I was obviously not here. But then on his show or whatever, they talked about how I have boobs now, okay? But I'm going to tell you something right now. G Mangos is a fucking hypocrite piece of garbage. I'm going to tell you right now. This is it for G Mangos. I'm telling you. And Mark Terry's going down too. All of them are going down. All of them are going down. I'm sick of watching them, frankly. They need to go. All of them need to go, as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you what. G Mangos notices German lady is a woman, notices Rosie O'Kelly is a woman, and both of them haven't had their surgery. So fuck you, G. I'm an equal. I am an equal, and you're not noticing me as such. You white supremacist piece of shit. Homebase is full of white supremacists. And I'll expose that if I have to. And you got your house Negro, Quinn, over there. That's right. You got him over there. You're training him to be your next mascot. And Alpo, yeah, I guess so. You know, you get your token people over there, you know. And Pansy, oh, another thing I didn't mention is Pansy Grodsky. You notice Pansy Grodsky is a she. You recognize German lady as a she. You recognize Rosie Kelly as a she. But you want to call me a man still. So double fuck you. I didn't even have to do a full curse on you. All you had to do is cross paths with me, Raw G, and now your show is falling apart. And you're going to be looking up to me, and you're going to be looking up to me as your master, your royal highness. You are to address me as your royal highness, G Mangos. I'm telling you right now, I ain't fucking around. I never was fucking around out here. I may have my humor here and there, but I'm not fucking around. I'm very serious out here. Very serious. In fact, I'm all liquored up right now. And I got my Blackberry Steel Reserve right now also. I got Blackberry Steel Reserve. That's all there is to it. And I found that bad at the end of my live stream. In case those cholos were going to come after me. Because that fucking bitch sent some people, apparently. I didn't see any signs of them. They must have been driving around in circles, because guess what? I dodged them. I totally dodged them. So, G Mangos, you want to play your games? Why play the game of real life, which isn't a game? I dare you to live in your vehicle. You can't do it, G. You can't do it. You couldn't do it. I dare you to live like me. I dare you to get into real life conflicts with people every day. You don't do that. You lived in Baltimore, Maryland. You lived in the suburbs of Baltimore, Maryland. I don't think you lived in Baltimore, Maryland. I really don't. I think you lived in the suburbs, honestly. I had a few classmates, actually, who were kind of like you growing up. I actually did, you know. And this is the thing. All I know, G, is your show's falling apart, okay? How did that work out for you, okay? I know, and he's standing with Mark Terry. He's like rolling with Mark Terry like he's a loyal friend. That's the funny thing here, yeah? Oh, you from Homebase too? Fuck you, little crispy. Get the fuck out of here. Who you? You know what? This shit's getting so old now. It's about time something like that breaks up. I want this whole thing to break up. Trust me, I friggin' do. You know? And for many months, I didn't say a word about anything. I didn't say a word about anything, you know? And I just had to get on Mark Terry's. That whole thing happened with Hazel. That G Mangos had to take up for Hazel like the White Knight. All that fucking crap. You know what? And Hazel has many accounts. Hazel will continue to pester me on my other account. You know that? Hazel is a stalker. Hazel is not innocent. Hazel has 10 different Hazel accounts. It will keep bothering me and saying hi to me because she knows it bothers me. So she keeps saying hi to me. She reminds me of those skater punks I used to deal with, who used to be like, hi, John, hi, John. But they knew I didn't want to talk to them. They knew I didn't want a goddamn thing to do with them. This is what this Hazel cunt does. But she's not even a funny instigator. She's a lame one. At least I was doing Opie and Anthony type shit when I was young. At least I was being funny. These people are not funny. That's my friggin' problem. None of these trolls out here are funny. They're sad. They're not even funny. They're not a funny troll. They don't have 50% of the people loving them and 50% of the people hating them. Like a good troll, like a good comedian. They are lame and stupid. You have to be funny. That's what I try to say. You have to be funny in this game. You can't be a lame turd who isn't funny. You know, if you do the same redundant shit, you know, even Carlos is more funny than Hazel. Jesus Christ. Carlos looks like a grade A comedian next to Hazel's rep. Hazel's not being funny when she thinks she's being fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? You hope you can get into those tiny homes at LA. I might, Mike Reed. Why do you think I came out here? I'm exploring all options. If I can't get benefits, trans benefits or whatever, maybe I can get the homeless tiny house benefit. Maybe I can move into a tiny house because LA is offering them up. I know that LA is trying to fix the homeless problem and they are doing the tiny house thing. And I'll just do that until I can do something else, I guess, you know, in the future. I'll do anything I got to do, I guess, you know. But yeah, they are trying to fix the homeless problem more than Portland. I'm actually impressed with what they're doing in LA. Yeah, the tiny houses. And you know, they have cheap motels that are pretty nice. They're like smaller motels, but they're not like a motel sometimes. They're like more like a house, like an Airbnb, but they're not an Airbnb, but they advertise sometimes like $50 a night maybe. There are places you can get like that too in LA. You can get those also. In the meantime, like there's all different things. I mean, LA is a giant friggin' place and a giant friggin' area. And I come from Boston Celtics country, and I'm out here in Long Beach right now on the way to LA. Imagine that. I might even stay in Long Beach. It's still a good distance, like a close distance to LA, you know, in case LA is too busy. I mean, it's still a close enough distance. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but there are options. And when you're living this life, you have to take one day at a time. I don't know about the housing, though. I think you might be able to tell them about your problem. Maybe they'll get you hooked up easily. I don't know. But the trans thing in Palm Springs, that income for trans people is a lottery. They're not going to just give it away. It's like a lottery, and there's a paperwork process or something. And if you get picked, you're in. But it's not even started until 2023 over there. And that's just getting an income. There's not guaranteed housing, I don't think, in Palm Springs. And yeah, good, because that place is so fucking hot. I wouldn't want to live there anyway. I learned I wouldn't want to live there. So they could have all the trans benefits in the world. It's too isolated over there. I don't want to live in Palm Springs. It's good I visited. I visited the home of Frank Sinatra, but I don't want to live there. I don't want to live there. It was like a week vacation or something for me. And I left. It was just a week vacation to check a place out, you know. I don't know how much longer Mike Reed, as long as it'll hold out. You know, I've been surviving here. And I dare any of my naysayers or any haters of mine to friggin' live like this. I dare them to. They won't be able to. By the way, this isn't going to be a long live stream. It's just, I don't want to do a video and upload it where I'm charging my phone. I just want to just do a quick live here. Just fuck it. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're turning on him because G Bagos is not trustworthy. Pennywise turned on him. Pennywise. I thought they were tight, and he turned on him. Just didn't want to be over there anymore. Misfit Jenny doesn't come over there no more. No, Lowe's doesn't. Like G Bagos doesn't want to. Yeah, people just don't want to hang over there anymore. You know, they don't. I mean, they don't want to do that. Nope. Things are happening, and they just yeah, all things come to an end at some point. No, Rachella sucks. I'll tell you what, Rachella is a rat. Are you kidding me? I don't like Rachella. Rachella's a boy. That's another thing. Rachella may not come for me, but I have observed Rachella. And I'll tell you right now, Rachella is like a boy. Even though Rachella's a girl, Rachella is like a boy. So since they want to misgender me, I'll misgender all of them. How about that? Rachella's a boy. G Mangos is a woman, like an old hag. He really is like an old hag. Let's admit it. G Mangos is like a hag. You know? Then I'll go look back and see if they're mentioning that I'm live, but I'm not going to even know right now. But I'll go back when I'm off the live and I'll check, and then I won't even be in there to show up on Homebase. I'm not taking any links from G-Man. Hell no. Not after misgendering me and not counting me as a woman when he counts who has not had the operation, as well as Rosie O'Kelly has not had their dick inverted or whatever the hell, and they want to call them women, but they don't want to call me that. That's a double standard. That is a double fucking standard right there. And I gotta call that shit out. It's because you know what it is? They're tokens. So he'll call them that because they're tokens. He'll notice them as women. But anybody else that he disagrees with, they're a man. They're a man. Like Noodles. Very much like Noodles. G Mangos and Noodles are not that much different from one another. Really. I just kept my mouth shut on it for a while. You'd like to marry Jay, but God, G smokes all day. Yeah. And it's fucked with his brain. He's losing his mind. Literally. He is losing his goddamn mind. What shampoo? I haven't used shampoo in a long time. I just use my stuff, my lotion here and there, I did wash my hair though last week. It wasn't a perfect wash, but I washed it more than I did in a while for the circumstances that I had, and I used the VO5 strawberry. VO5 strawberry shampoo and VO5 strawberry conditioner. That's what I have for shampoo right now. VO5 strawberry. That's what I got. Yeah. His parents are, if those damn broads and Mark go by, and they are going behind his back for sure. Is that what's going on here? They're going behind his back, literally. If you know something, tell me about it. It's cool. Like up the show. I only see 5 thumbs up. Anyone else want to like the show? 26 people watch it. Only 5 thumbs up. Come on, this is a disgrace. You can do better than that. Come on. Up to 7. Any more? 8, 9, 10, 11, 9. Any more? Well, I got two people earlier to say that they would pay $4.99 membership if I was to ever do that. What's going on, right? It's like a normal suburb right where I'm at right now. Really nothing going on. But as I said, someone speeds out of here with a motorcycle. It just finds him. Yeah, well, more than finds him. It always does. I think he just says he doesn't want drama for the show, but he loves drama. Come on. G Bagos is Drama G. He's really Drama G, the Drama G. It's not 2 a.m., it's 11 here. But yeah, I guess. But Denver had a lot of street races too. It wasn't like it was any different over there. Let's be real. I thought Denver had a lot of people who raced all over the freaking streets, actually. I'll probably do a product review tomorrow on something that I've had. Yeah, I've been told the Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, I've been told that, yes. Most definitely the Heath Ledger Joker, yeah. And they get so jealous, of me. They don't know exactly why that is, but they do, you know? It's from jealousy and hate. You coined Rog Beach in 1994. Why did you call it Rog Beach? Give me all the reasons you called it Rog Beach. The industrial part, I did not like that industrial section. Like on the way from Orange County to there. I didn't like that area at all. Like with the rigs and the gas stations and all those areas over there. I didn't care for that. It was gang infested. It still might be. There still may be people here who are like that. I don't know. Well, I'd be fooled. There aren't that many over here. In fact, I think Huntington Beach has more beggars than Long Beach has, if you want my opinion. It seems like Huntington Beach easily had just as many. I'm going to tell you that. It seemed like they had just as many. You lived in Riverside. A lot of people lived over there that come on this channel now. Right. It's different than Huntington Beach. How different would you say it is from Huntington Beach? I would say a world of difference, frankly. I would say apples and oranges almost. It's close enough, but it isn't the same, by any means. It's a lot different, isn't it? I think so too. Yeah. funny thing is, I was going to leave Huntington Beach and get closer to LA and to go to Anaheim or something. I didn't know where I was going to go. I went to Anaheim, but then I boomeranged back to Huntington Beach and I stayed there for 2 days. I'm like, okay, this is it. I stayed here 2 more days, and yeah, now I see why I wanted to go. Huntington Beach is white collar. Huntington Beach has some blue collar people, but what I think is that Huntington Beach, they have blue collar people who bought their houses a long time ago. But then now they have a lot of equity on their house, so they think they're better, is what I think happened. But I think it's an overall blue collar town. Huntington Beach, I think, is an overall blue collar town. I just think their houses went up in value so much that they think they're better now because so many years went by. That's what I think happened. But I don't see it as an ultimate rich person's town. I see it as upper middle class, but I also see a working class that's been there for several years. Is that the real Ernie Show? I cannot tell. It used to be an aerospace place. Oh, that's interesting. It feels futuristic, kind of, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's a fake. That's a fake Ernie Show. All right. Thanks for kicking him. All right. Well, how's life on Skid Row? I'll answer the question. I'll just be Rick Moranis if I end up on Skid Row. That's all. I'll have a plant. I'll get a Venus flytrap and it'll grow the size of Audrey 2, and I'll be able to handle them. Imagine if I had a conversation with Audrey 2. How do you think that would go if I had a conversation with Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors? Little shop of horrors, little shop of terrors. Little shop of horrors, oh, 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 oh. Little shop of horrors, little shop of horrors, little shop. Would I? Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I'd have to. If I went through Skid Row, I would have to. Yeah. Downtown, where the life's a joke. Downtown, where you going to go. Downtown, where the heart go. And it's fun. Down on Skid Row. Downtown, where the cabs don't stop. Downtown, where the food is slop. Downtown, where the hot go. And oh, down on Skid Row. Dedicated to a million jerks. Eat it all your life. Hot dog. Oh, is that right? Is that the real Roger Brown? Yeah, I am a lot lizard and I make a lot of money doing it. Are you jealous, punk bitch? Huh? I circle the lots because I do get desperate and I need the money, so I do circle the lots and I do knock on doors to see if they need any service. That's part of why I found the trucking community, because it was a manifestation of real life. So yes, I am a lot lizard and I go between trucks. Okay, that's how I take advantage of that, you know. There's truck drivers, they sleep overnight and shit like that. I just knock on the right time when they're not sleeping, and yes, I give them a blowy. Are you happy you have your answer now? Huh? Came down low in LA since 3. So they are cheaper now there. Huh. Funny. Wouldn't it be funny if it got cheaper in California eventually altogether? I think it's gonna happen. I think the whole country's going to have to forcibly get cheaper because everything's busting, you know? Seems like nobody's even buying in the housing market now. After Florida blew up, it seems like there's nowhere else blowing up anymore, you know? It seems like Florida was one of the last states to blow up with population coming in. And after that, people now aren't buying anymore. That's what it seems like to me. After Florida got full. Chili Willy, stop it, will you? Come off it. Stop with the crap. For a 2 week, come off it. 315 for real? Are you kidding me? $3.15. That's too much. Going out to eat has gone up in inflation, and so has gas. Mexican food has gone up big time. I'll tell you that. You know who's expensive? Hey, Peter Ramba, would you agree with me that Carl's Jr. is expensive now? Is it my imagination, or is Carl's Jr.'s off the chart expensive for fast food right now? They seem to have shot up in price. Carl's Jr. does not seem cheap anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. But a breakfast burrito is at least $5.99. At least. But Burger King still stays the same. You notice Burger King has not gone up? You notice that? Carl's Jr. has gone up quite a bit. Del Taco and Burger King, I would say. And Wendy's. And Taco Bell is in there too, I think. I'd say Del Taco, Taco Bell, Burger King, and Wendy's are the cheapest. That's what I would say. Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. How about Wiener Schnitzel? They're not that expensive. I don't think they're that expensive, really. I think they went up a little bit, though. But I don't think as much as Carl's Jr. did. Yeah. The only thing about Taco Bell, I don't like that queso with taco. Isn't that queso nasty that they use, especially when it coats the whole entire burrito? Like when that cheese covers like everything, and it's like the meat is inside of that queso, and it's like so much queso that the meat is inside of it, literally. I don't like that Taco Bell queso sauce. I don't care for that. I don't like that stuff over there. It's the queso that they use. That's what it is. I like Del Taco the most. Also, you get the Del Combo for $6 or something. You got a huge burrito for like $6 at Del Taco. So I think they call it the Del Combo or something. I don't know. It's a big burrito though. And then they got like a beer battered fish taco. I don't think I've tried that one. The beer battered fish taco. You know, Del Taco is extremely tasty for fast food. Without question. It almost comes close to the real thing, I think. Del Taco's like 3/4 of the way to real Mexican food, I would say. It's 3/4 of the way. It's very close. And when you factor in the price, it ends up being better, I think. Oh, that sucks then. I like to go in easily, I like to go into restrooms easily. I hate having to ask for a code for everything. And that's in every business, isn't it, over there? That's probably every business. Oh, they don't have bathrooms. They probably many places don't even have them, do they? So that means more people are gonna go on the street if not a lot of places have them. Dos burritos on Holly, and it's still reasonably priced. Leslie B, what's going on? Oh wow. Hi Leslie B, where are you from? I don't think I've seen you in here before. I think I might know, but I just want to verify. Like, what live stream have I seen you in? Or have you been here? I don't think you've been over here before. Well, I'll let you know if that's where I saw you. If you say. General relief checks are around too much information. I'm not gonna remember that. What purpose would 212 a month serve me? I mean, 212 can't pay the rent really. I mean, what's 212 a month? I mean, uh, how many chicken McNuggets for $8? That's a ripoff. $8 for how many? If they give you enough, then maybe it's okay. How many chicken McNuggets do they give you for $8? With no drink or anything. How many chicken McNuggets for $8 do they give you? You know what I did when it came to McDonald's? I got the 2 for $3.99 deal. I have gotten that before. 10 nuggets for $8. That's ridiculous. 10 for $8. And people are going to pay that? People are going to pay $8 for 10 chicken McNuggets. It should be 20 for $8 then. If it was 20 for $5. No, there isn't. You got to really look around. There are good deals to be had, but you have to look around. Long Beach has whole pizzas for $8, but you got to look around. They're out there. I got a delicious whole pizza yesterday for $9 and change, including the tax. It was a good sized pizza. It was big. It was like that. Cut up. It had nice cheese and nice sauce on it. It was a beautiful crust, and it was like over $9. Long Beach has some pizza places that are cheap, and Huntington Beach did too. Huntington Beach had a slice for $2.50 at one place, or two slices for $4.99 with the drink included. One place did that. Two places did that actually in Huntington Beach, and it was like Jersey style pizza, New York, New Jersey style pizza. I kid you not, and it was cheap. So you just gotta look around, but most places aren't gonna be that way. You gotta look around for those rare gems, though. You gotta look for them, or get buffet if you can't find them. That's my philosophy. I get buffet most of the time if I can. Like today, I pigged out on fish. I pigged out on shrimp and fish today. I was like friggin' eating salmon and whitefish and different varieties of shrimp in the shell fried, sushi shrimp, butterfly fried shrimp, just different variations. Yep, raw salmon, raw whitefish on top of rice like sushi. Seaweed and sushi, miso soup. I also had white rice, chicken teriyaki, fried rice, and a few other appetizers. A pork bun, I think, something like that. How you doing? Yes, you've been. Oh, you're from Ernie Shells. Okay, because I can't see a picture very well. All right. I hear Southern Girl is imploding too. Like Southern Girl's losing fans and shit like that. That's what I've been hearing, Leslie B. I stopped talking to her anyway. Yeah. I got my own shit going on though. I don't pay attention to a lot of people. But I just wanted to say that Homebase is exploding before our very eyes. Homebase isn't going to be around that much longer. The thing is, I can't put a timetable on it. I would like to say 3 months, possibly tops 3 months until Homebase dismantles. It's not going to be 1 month, but it'll probably be 3. That's what I don't think it'll be as fast as 1 month. I think G will keep it going, but I think it'll take about 3. 3 or a little more, and Homebase and Mango's channel won't be around. But 1 month might be too soon. And again, not because I'm trying, but I just think that's how it's going to go. Just by everything I see. And plus the fact that G is against me now, is going to be faster, I think, now. Honestly, that's my take on it. And people can take that how they want to take it, you know? But it will be. It'll be because of him and it'll be because of Ratchella. And he's not going to have too many other peeps anymore. That's how it's going to go. I mean, I guess Shawan is leaving there too. I guess he's gone now. He'll have Duke Landry, Quinn, Mark Terry, and Ratchella. That's all he's going to have left. And trust me, who wants to watch that? I can't think of anybody. Honestly, who wants to watch that? Who's Speedy again? Mark Terry does, yeah. There's something about Mark Terry's chat. I mean, it's. Yeah. I don't know how Mark Terry got down here anyway. He was pretty much an Alabama football channel prior to coming here. I guess he always had the personality to be down here, but just never found it till last minute or something. And a hard time happened in his life, and I think he spent more time on the internet than he did before, and I think he found his perfect place, is what I friggin' think. But I don't know Speedy that well. Evil Abe turned on him. Evil Abe is not there anymore. G got mad at Evil Abe. That's the other thing. So Evil Abe, I don't think is part of Homebase anymore either. Does Anderson? Anderson's very sneaky. I think that he could act like a smart aleck. I think Anderson knows right from wrong. I'm not going to say he doesn't, but if I had to pick between Anderson and some of these other people like Noodles, because I know Anderson well, even though me and Anderson are not friends per se, I would rather keep him before Noodles or G Mangoes because I know him quite well. Okay, I know Anderson. It's almost like the devil you know kind of thing. You know what he's going to do, you know? You know his every move. And he's not like what you would say, what you would call a hardcore stalker or anything. He's not obsessed with me. He's pretty much in his own corner, just like it was in the old days. And all these other people who stirred up the pot between me and him. And even if me and him are not friends, and I go at him a little bit, and that's really all it would be. But there wasn't like any hardcore stalking involved with me or him. So even if me and Anderson don't like each other, I would say that I would rather pick him to be around here than any of these other people. Just because of the fact that in the old days on here, people just weren't as crazy as they are now. So by default, I'd have to pick him over the others. And that's my best answer I could probably give you on it. I guess you could say same goes for Abby too. No, I would not. I'm not even going up there. I have no interest in really going to Northern California. Like zero interest. I don't know what happened to him. I'd rather not talk about him though. He was on G Bagels. He was actually on Homebase. I see why Nick feels like he fits into Homebase though. Like if he's not hanging at Noodles, he'll hang over at Homebase. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Nick wants desperately to have a place to fit in. Is my take, and he feels he has to be racially bigoted to do that. Um, and that's just it. I mean, I think this is why he got into this whole thing to begin with, and he programmed his own mind in the process. Or someone's telling him what to do too. Probably a combination of both, honestly, with Nick. If you want my opinion. Why does he remind you of Nick Abbott? Come on, for real? Nick and Anderson are nothing alike. What are you talking about? Why does Nick remind you of Anderson? That's actually a new one on me. That's actually a new one. Why is that the case? I have stayed solo because I don't get many offers to collaborate, really. I mean, if I do, I would. I mean, I was going to collaborate with Sammy Jacks, but something happened with that. I'm not going to discuss it, though. I think I discussed it before. Yeah, he will be. Noodles is on his way out, too. He's talking about how everyone's on their way out and there's some kind of a ship you got to jump on with everyone sinking, but why would anyone believe that? You know? Why would anybody believe that? And this whole Kermit and Friends thing, it's like, I don't feel like I'm included in there anyway. I took a look, there was nobody included in there. It was just them doing their show. There wasn't really like there wasn't any substance to it, really. There wasn't anyone up on panel. There wasn't all this talk like Anderson's going to be there, Michelle K's going to be there, Pank is going to be there. Give me a fucking break. It will. Kermit and Friends. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but these people, like this Bob Levi guy, was in movies, I think. He might even be related to Eugene Levy. I don't know. He might even be related to Sneha Levy. Who knows? But they're not, even if they did have a few movies, it's like, what's the excitement about? You know, it isn't like this is Jim Carrey. It's not like this is Walter Matthau. God rest his soul. It isn't like this is, let's just stay current. I don't know. Walter Matthau's dead. But who else? It isn't like it's Nicolas Cage. It isn't like it's um, Sandra Bullock. It isn't like it's Jack Nicholson. It isn't like it's. I'll have to look at that. Now, do you think Long Beach has a Jewish community? My guess would say no. My guess would say no. You know Zach De La Rocca from Rage Against the Machine is from Long Beach? There are some stars here. I'm in pretty good company, even in Long Beach, you know. Bradley Noel, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Zach De La Rocca. Do you think I'm the fourth now? Now that I'm over here, you think I'm number four? You think I'm part of the big four? What do you think? Remember when the Lakers had the big four? Remember that? Karl Malone and Gary Payton, Joy and Shaq and Kobe. Remember that? There is, you know something? I thought I saw a Jewish girl yesterday at a thrift store. I thought I actually did. Well, they had a ska scene apparently. They have some stuff here, yeah. They do. If you go to the right parts, they do, yeah. But me being in Long Beach, I'm not in bad company at all. If Zach De La Rock is from here, Snoop Doggy Dogg is from here, and Bradley Noel is from here, and then Warren G, of course. I don't think I'm in bad company at all. I'll tell you that. Okay. Yeah. Cactus Deli, is that right? Huh. I never heard of that place. There's a pizza place though. What the hell is it fucking called? What is it called? Like I got a menu from there. And they got like a $7.70 pizza or something over there. Where the hell is it? I had a menu from there. Oh, I friggin'. Oh, that's another thing. Like John Astley, I like to read the menu, but you know I never eat at home. You know I always eat at home, rather. That's how it goes. Can't see the heat, I should get out of the kitchen. I like to read the menu, but you know I always eat at home. Na, 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 na. Who remembers John Astley? You remember him? Anybody remember John Astley? Panorama, you know John Astley? Feeling you out, giving you leg room. He likes to read the menu. Remember that? Well, let's take off our clothes and put this love to the test. Remember that? No, well, John Astley's better than Rick Astley. I'll tell you right now. The Complete Angler. That is a great friggin' album right there. 88 release. It was a 1988 release. Doom, 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 doom. I got something to say. Even though we haven't known each other. Oh no. Something to say. Let's take off our clothes and put this love to the test. It was an 80s song. It wasn't that big, but it came out around the same time probably as So Alive by Love and Rockets. Remember So Alive, of course, right? Remember that? Love and Rockets is really underrated, actually. Yeah, Love and Rockets has a good album out. You ever hear of Ivy? Let's see what's on the radio here. What's on the radio? Yeah, Love and Rockets is good. I agree. Jazz. Soul to Soul. Remember that? Back to life. Back to reality. Yeah. What's the second one? Recognize this? I don't. NPR. It's NPR. Actually, I have a station set. I have NPR set on my radio. I actually found NPR and I set it. It's Hispanic. Rock music. That's what it is. I don't know who it is. Palm Springs had awesome dance channels, though. For some reason, Palm Springs had good dance music on the radio. I was surprised. I loved their dance music over there on their radio. Ever hear this before? Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. There's everything in general. I don't think every radio station is Latino, even there. I don't think every single thing is. What's this right here? Can anyone tell me what this is? Shining in your eyes. Give up? You know who it is? Thinking about you. Thinking about you. Thinking about you. And I never look over my shoulder. And I never realize you're gone before. You're living back. So much colder, and I fade into black. It was nothing at all. It was nothing at all. Who is it? Y'all know? Nobody knows. Thinking about you, feels like the final sin. Okay. They're one of New York City's best. I'll say that right now. Ivy. Ivy. This is a good one. You picture a skyline and driving through a skyline and playing this at nighttime. It really fits right there. I have known as the bus stops at the hotel, the place that I called home. Thought I'd live forever, never thought that I'd return. But every day I make my way, I guess I'll never learn. I'm never meant to hurt you, no matter what I said. I never did desert you, you're still inside my head. The earth will keep on turning, the sun will always rise. Don't know why, seems like I'm always so surprised. I can't sleep at night. Life is black and white. If all I can do in a world without you is keep moving, keep moving. Quite moving. Everything's like trying to tear this thing apart here, you know? Oh, that. It's black and white. If all I can do in a world without you is keep moving, keep moving. This sounds like Basha here, kind of, a little bit. This next part kind of does. Sounds like Basha, if you remember Basha, kind of. Sounds kind of like it. Well, guess what? He can kick rocks. I'm over here. G Mangoes, you can kick rocks. You son of a bitch. Nah, I'm not. Time out, time out, time out. Lydia Derp, time out. You're from over there. No. I'm having a peaceful stream right here. I know I mentioned him, I talked about it, and you weren't all in here then. So you know what? Screw you. Screw you. I'm in here, I'm gonna just do my shit, you know? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck! I don't give a fuck! I don't give a fuck! No system down here. Funny, when I was talking in the beginning, none of you were here. Now you're here all of a sudden. How long an hour for it? Yeah, you're a little late. I've moved on. What's he gonna do? Call me out because I can't not get on my panel? No, I'm not going on anyone's panel who misgenders me and does not treat me equally to the other trans girls. Pansy Gronsky is a she in G Bango's eyes. German Lady is a she. Rosie's a she. Everyone but me. So G Mangoes? Fuck you, G. The end of you. It's the end of you, G. You got 3 months to live on YouTube. Whether you got 6 months to live in real life for a year, the bottom line is you got 3 months to live on YouTube. I'll tell you that. 3 months tops is all I'm giving you, G. My final prediction. When I've said a lot of things, they've counted for something usually. Although I was slightly off when I said in 2018-19 that we had 5 years or less in this country. But it's not going to be far off from that, though. Might be 6 years, but still, it's around that time frame. Everything's so fucked up, it was going to end in 5 years, I thought. And I said that back in 2018. Can you live stream the next time walking the truck, parking lots, looking for tricks? You want me to do that for real? Who are you? Ministry for Truth, who are you? Who the hell are you? I'm going to take your mod right now. I don't know who the fuck you are, alright? You're probably someone I modded one night when I just had to do it. I don't know why the hell I have you as a mod and you're asking me something like that. You see, I'm like some people. I don't film all my things. I don't film everything. I just tell about it in full detail if I didn't film it. Oh, is that right? You're gonna do that, asshole. You're gonna do that, motherfucker. Little Neg's virginity. Yeah, that's a stupid fucking channel, Neg. I bet you that came from Homebase. Yeah, well, you're not going to see it. Time out. You're not going to see that. Come on. I'm not going to post my business on here if that is what I'm doing. Even then, it doesn't matter. Does it matter at all? I don't think it should. Don't be surprised if those trolls come from G-Bagos. I wouldn't be at this friggin' point. Honestly, I would not really be surprised. There's a whole operation going on over there. And you know what? He's probably listening to what I'm saying now. But you know what? I'm staying over here. You know? People can report back to you about what's going on over here, but... Now, you're never over here, Lydia. Lydia? You're getting another timeout. How about that? You're not homies with me, or else you would be over here, and you never are. Don't give me that shit. You're from over there. You're over there. No, I don't. I don't think so. Deanna, if that's the case, that would be funny as hell. That would be a new twist on it. But if I had to say no, I would probably have to say no. Hey, you know I have a short that got 2,000 views mentioning Harold as my mentor and showing in Old English? It got 2,000 views. Harold must have a lot of fans. Or something, because I put something. I made a short Old English video. It got 2,000 views on a short. I showed Old English and I said how Harold was my mentor and Harold drinks Old English. It got 2,000 views almost. I didn't hear him say that. I didn't watch. His stream was so boring. I didn't want to watch. No, if he said that, I didn't catch it. You think you're gonna bring Ram Hat back? Are you serious? You think you're gonna bring Ram Hat back? Nah, you're not gonna bring Ram Hat back. Hey, let me ask you something, Kyle. Do you remember Kay Morgan? Try to get Kay Morgan back. If you know Kay Morgan. Okay? Try to get Kay Morgan back. Funny, Kay Morgan's name still comes up once in a great while. Despite the fact he hasn't been here. Kay Morgan was very underrated, don't you think? Very underrated as a channel. Morgan was one of the most underrated channels, I think. You talked to Casey Nunez today. Well, of course. Kyle, let me ask you, speaking of mushrooms, you know who Bill Bunting is? That guy who went against the New World Order, Bill Bunting? And he called out the Ku Klux Klan. Remember Bill Bunting? Bill Bunting asked me if I wanted to do mushrooms with him in Florida, going back to 2000 and I think it was 16. Bill Bunting wanted me to do mushrooms with him. I talked with Bill Bunting. Me and him had a conversation about racism, shit like that and all that. I talked with the guy in Facebook. I had Bill Bunting like as a Facebook friend at one time, actually. He got like a ton of views when he was on here. Let me ask you, remember Super Angry Monkey? We're going back a long time. How about Super Angry Monkey? Remember Super Angry Monkey? Remember Sicilian Nigger, Revel the Red Nigger? Remember that guy? In fact, I think Sicilian Nigger is the closest person that I've known who's like Noodles. Similar personalities. Very similar. I just think Noodles is more of a stalker than Revel the Red. But Revel the Red was bad too, though. In his own friggin' way. Sicilian Nigger / Revel the Red Nigger, if you remember him. He was like Father Oblivion's friend. And Blue Knievel, I think, is heavily connected with Father Oblivion. I think he is. I think he's part of the same group, actually. Yeah, I didn't like Father Oblivion at all. And if you called him out, he backed totally down by himself. He backed completely down. He just didn't want none of a confrontation if it was just 1-to-1. But when he had all his people, he was just he was a big pussy. He had to friggin' get a lot of people, you know? It was like fucking, And he was no MS-13. He was none of them. But he was still very much that way. Afraid by himself, you know? That's what I call out on here. That sort of thing. Hey, Carlos, did I tell you a Chola tried to get some of her boys after me tonight? Did I tell you that? Did you see that? Out here on Long Beach on the main strip over on Long Beach here. That someone they sent their boys out and they were traveling on the highway supposedly to find me. Okay? And they know what I look like and they're going to find me on the streets. And then I told some people that I passed, there's a woman who wants to find me and she sent her boys over the Ari thing, all in with Ari. And this woman who scammed $107,000 and this person took up with them. And in return, because I said that I was going to go find Ari, this girl wants to send her boys after me because she's on Ari's side. Ari, someone who scammed $107,000 out of people, living a lavish vehicle life, when this is not a lavish life. This is not a life that people live and say this is glamorous. This person is buying $12 Starbucks coffees, living in a vehicle, making it look, and this person's well showered and spending money on clothes, a lot of money on clothes. This is not a homeless person we're talking about. She's portraying herself as a homeless, car-dwelling person. She's too clean, she wears too many expensive clothes, and she gets $12 Starbucks. Something is not right with that picture. Something's not right with that picture. And this bitch is mad that I called it out, and then I said I was going to find her when I came to LA and set the fucking record straight with her, and then she wants to bring her boys after me. Said they're traveling on the highway to try to find me while I was live streaming. Tonight, earlier tonight. And they had no luck. They had no luck. These people don't realize I'm a very smart person. I know all the nooks and crannies. Yeah. And then at the end of my live stream, coincidentally, I found a baseball bat on the ground. So in case they came, I could have belted them with it or something. At the end of the live stream, I found a baseball bat on the sidewalk. That was a gift from the universe right there. That was a total gift from the universe. I really believe that. Have you seen Racer X Round? No, I have not. No, not at all. I have not. So, Carlos, tell me your opinion on Homebase. Do you think Homebase has 3 months left? I say it has 3 months left. And Mark Terry's channel isn't going to be up for very long either. I've heard of Rob Birch. I've not gotten into him, but I definitely have heard the name. How about a Medham? How come you don't ever go over a Medham's? Panorama 2, yeah, I kept it. I have it. You want to see it? I have it. I took it back all the way with me. Yeah, I took it back. I have it. Yep. Yeah, Terry is falling apart. Definitely. Homebase is strong for now. I don't think it has a month. It's got more than a month. That's why I say 3 months, Carlos. I think Homebase will be done in 3 months. Mark Terry will be done in a month or two. And I think Homebase will be done in 3. That's what I think will happen, honestly. Maybe 3 to 4, the home base. At the most. Yeah, Norm. Mark Terry, you fucking piece of shit, Mark Terry. You milked Norm F. Yeah, because Berg's milked Norm F too, but do you think Mark Terry milked the most money out of Norm F out of everybody? Because he gave a lot to Holly. He gave a lot to Oda May. He gave a lot to Jill. He gave a lot to Bergs. So Mark Terry got more than all of them? How the hell did that happen? Because Holly got a lot of money from him. I thought Holly got the most money from him. But Mark Terry beat them all? And by a lot? What? More than Elvis? Mark Terry, you white trash piece of shit, you. Oh my fucking God. Tracy needs to leave your ass as soon as possible. This is fucking ridiculous. Are you kidding me? 50,000? That's a lot of rent money for me. $50,000? What the fuck did he do with all that money? $50,000? That's half the amount that All In with Ari took from people. And then Mark Terry got it from other people too. Mark Terry probably made $100,000 on here total, don't you think? He's probably made something like close to $100,000 in the whole year that he's been here. Maybe 80. Maybe 70 to 80. What the fuck? Now I'm even more mad. That son of a bitch. That fucking son of a bitch. Oh my God. I'm lost for words right now. I say let's put a curse on Mark Terry. How about that? Let's put a fucking curse on him right now. G Mangos is still alive, probably. 3 mortgages. Poor Norm. Really, Norm F gave me the least amount of money. And I never asked for it either. He gave me money, but he gave me the least amount out of all them. I'll tell you that. Norm owes the bank. Shame on you, Mark. You are a fucking scumbag. That's a disabled man right there. Norm F is not right in the head anyway. But he's totally disabled. You fucking... Yeah, 10 grand is still a lot of money too, though. He gave, like, probably 200,000 to a lot of people. Probably about 200K he's giving. Mark, you fucking pig. You fucking pig, Mark. You are a fucking... I'm alright. I'm just discussing this whole issue with Mark Terry stealing, robbing Norm F blind at $50,000. And Noodles never discloses that on his show. You notice he protects Mark Terry. He doesn't bring... He never brought that up. That is fucked up. $50,000 he took. Time to curse. I'm telling you, enough's enough of this crap. I'm fucking sick to death of this right here. Oh my God. Still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. If he would have taken 50,000, he would have taken it if he could have taken it. So to see. G-Wago. To Homebase. My special gift to Homebase. Yeah. Just like a vein popping up. You notice that? And now Norm is in a mental ward because he had a nervous breakdown. He was honored by the Canadian financial banks up there. Good work, Mark. Are you happy you did that to him? Are you happy you did that to him? You son of a bitch. Well, I got your curse out there. Don't worry about it. I put a giant one on you. You're gonna go next. Besides all the breaking up of Homebase, G Mango's losing people or whatever, G Maggot's losing people or whatever. You're not gonna be first, G. So it's like I say to people, you're safe. For now. You're safe for now. but not in 3 to 4 months. And that's all there is to it. That's right, I am Gargamel in full force. I come on my own terms. Uh, Yeah, well, he does that when he wants something. You know how it goes. He tried to be gracious in my email earlier too, and I'm like, you already said the things you said, G. I'm not taking it back. I'm not forgiving you for that. You called me a man. You sided with Duke Landry. Told me I was a scumbag for going at Hazel. You still, it's like no. So G Mango's fake nice people up too. So no, G. I totally decline on your offer. Well, it's not going to be. I mean, it is what it is. I'm speaking on it. And I think Homebase doesn't have that much time. But I think Mark Terry's going to go first. And I already said my piece on that. So, I know, what the hell? $50,000 is a huge price. You know that's more money than what Joe Bonamassa charges for his concerts. And Joe Bonamassa is pretty expensive to get tickets to go to one of his concerts. And Mark Terry, Christ, that's way more money than Axl Rose would have charged. That's a lot more money than Michael Jackson. That would be a lot more money than Prince. That would be a lot more money than the Allman Brothers. Mark Terry was more expensive than the Allman Brothers, than anybody famous. That's what this friggin' means. Norm F paid way more for Mark Terry's music than you would have paid going to Lynyrd Skynyrd in a concert. That could have been a great concert. That is ridiculous. You could actually have seen 5 great concerts or more. Yeah, but certain people are favored and others are not. It's a system, Panorama 2. It's the system of white supremacy. That's what it is, Panorama 2. Certain people get overlooked that are fully talented, but there's something about them. They're not the right skin color. There's something wrong with the picture here, and they favor the whiter person who's more favorable. And yes, that includes Hazel also. You know? Hazel for somebody brown is very overrated. Did not do the best dancing. You look around YouTube and you see videos of women dancing. They were a lot better than that. Let's be real. But they have a preference for picking the most whitewashed people that there is. That's just how it goes. That's just how it fucking goes, you know? 75,000, but that's why I did this. Just to tell people, hey, and I could rub it in their face and say, I'm in Hollywood area now, and you're not. I'm closer to here than any of you. You must be kicking yourselves now. You must really be kicking yourselves. Because I told you, once I got here, shit was going to roll. Shit was going to roll once I hit these streets over here. Norm in 6 months. That's ridiculous. $7,500 a month. That should have been more than enough to pay the rent. And supposedly they're struggling for money. That's more money than what Tracy makes. No wonder she stuck around. Jesus, but it ended up being too much, and she had to be like, fuck the money. It's like, God. This had to be more money than Mark ever made traveling on the road. No wonder why he was on here all the time. He had the incentive to be here 12 hours a day. See, he was treating this like a work day, is what he was doing when he was here 12 hours a day. That's what this was all about then. And doing it for nothing. For nothing. It's not realistic. How many people can say they've done that? All in with Ari's the only other one I can think of. $107,000 in a very short time probably beats Mark Terry. You figure Norm F gave him that. That other people gave him money too, though. So you got to add that all up as well. 14? Oh, yeah. 12 to 14. He did his 100 hours as well. God damn. Then you gotta look at the 6 months before Norm F gave him the money, too. You gotta look at that. It adds up. It adds up. This has to make a documentary. Do you think there's gonna be a documentary on this community someday? Do you think it's gonna actually become a documentary? And Mark Terry and Noodles will be two of the top people being talked about. Elvis Travels. Noodles is going to get in there, but for all the wrong reasons, he's going to get in there. For all the wrong reasons. But he'll be in the top 5 just based on the nefarious things that he's done. He'll sue for the rights. He probably will. I should too, actually. I should sue for some of the rights too. I think I'm entitled to it, seeing I'm an OG also. And some of my material is taken by people as well. I think I should be entitled to a portion of it. I'll say that. Probably VP, me, and somebody else maybe. But why do you think why do you think I was pushing End Times Mary so much? If Boyd had people like End Times Mary, wouldn't it be much better? If she came in and Mangos and Mark Terry left, wouldn't that be great? And maybe one other person, maybe. But I tried to get End Times Mary in here more full time. I tried to. But hey, I got a question for you. What do you think about Spike Bravo, Nick Bravo? Nick Bravo is totally OG. Would you agree that Nick Bravo is still down here with the rest of us as an OG? Or did he pretty much have his credibility all taken away? I guess take a vote on that. You know who I don't like? I don't like that Just Darren guy. I don't like him at all. He hates on people, and he'll bring up old things about them. Okay, Nick Bravo, I don't think he's scammed people in a long time, assuming that he did before. You know, I don't think he's doing it now, even if he did do it in the past, you know? What's he doing now? He's not doing any of that now. So all they're doing is they're bringing up 10-year-old things just because he continues to live stream. That's what I think happened. But that Jeff T. Rowe, he's so temperamental, it isn't even funny. I can't keep that guy on here for a long time. He'll say something out of anger at me, and I have to block him. It's like he is extremely temperamental. Is he still alive, by the way? I haven't really checked up on him. I don't know. Great. Tom Kennedy's dead, isn't he? He's totally dead, I think. Pennywise isn't around either. What was he around? No, I got an update on Tasco. Tasco's family is alienated from him. Tasco is alone. No one wants anything to do with Tasco. That's the last I heard. Because Maximania showed up one night about 3 weeks ago in my chat. Maximania stopped by. Can you believe it? He stopped by 3 weeks ago, and he has like current updates on Tasco, I guess. And Tasco's family left him or something. And he's just too embarrassed to get on YouTube now. Because so much has happened to him. So did I. Yeah, Torp was around for a while. Yeah, Torp came into my chat one night, actually. By the way, you know who I live near? Carlos. Guess who I live near? Shayna Hurdle. Did you know I'm right near Shayna Hurdle right now? I literally wanted to call. I knew where she worked at one time too. I wanted to call and say if she still worked there or not, so I could visit her or something. But she lived in, I think, Orange, California or something. Sugar Taco, who are you? Never seen you before. Who's Sugar Taco? I heard something to do with Sugar Taco earlier. Yeah, Shayna Hurdle was kind of like Carolyn, don't you think? But better. Shayna Hurdle and Carolyn kind of have a similar personality type, though, I would say. That's why when I found Carolyn, I wanted to bring her into the Boyd because she kind of reminded me of Shayna Hurdle a little bit from a long time ago. I never said that, but I kind of did think of that, though. Sugar Taco. What's happening? What community are you from? I'm about to shut this down. I've been going a while. So I'm just finishing up here. But yeah, I picked Shayna Hurdle. I tried to bring Carolyn in because kind of she reminded me of Shayna Hurdle a little bit. Cameo Collections wants nothing to do with me, though. Cameo Collections doesn't consider me a friend. Is that correct? Cameo Collections doesn't like me. I don't think. She wanted to include me in it because she doesn't like me, last I checked. It's not going to be a reunion. It's done. She did? Well, that was nice of her. God, I didn't think she liked me. The muffins could be... Oh, so you got like talking muffins? Is that how that goes? You got like people putting on muffin masks, or is it literal talking muffins? What is it? You ain't seen nothing till you down on the muffin. John Wacky. Oh, for real. But she wouldn't have held it anywhere. She might have been trolling, because she wouldn't have held it anywhere. And she would have held it in a spot where not everyone could have gone to. Because she's out in Oregon. Who would everyone fly out there, number one? I don't think so. But Cowles, answer me this. Do you think Carolyn and Shayna Hurdle are kind of alike a little bit? Similar personalities, maybe? Yes, I agree. The closest thing to Shayna Hurdle, I think, that there is Carolyn. Yeah. Exactly. I think Shane is a little more sane, though, than Carolyn, though, I would say. But kind of close, too, for sure. And would you also agree, Carlos, that for the OG community, my OG community and yours, that Abby is like the equivalent to Lindy? Because I always saw Lindy as a more mature Abby. Do you agree that Lindy is like a more mature Abby, but overall similar? I agree totally. Yes, because when she's fixated on someone, she'll go after them. Lindy will. You know? Right. Yep. I think the only difference is she's older, more mature, and she's a redhead. That's about it. But I see similarities with Lindy and Abby. To a point. I do. Who else? John Camillo and Elvis Travels. People thought John Camillo knew Elvis Travels when he came here. Like, this guy has to know Elvis Travels, they were saying, because of the way he talked. It's funny how nature has people replace others, usually, when someone leaves. You know, when I left, David Belo came along. And assume I stayed away, okay? And David Belo, I saw maybe in the beginning that David Belo could have partially replaced me, maybe, if I did not come here. But that turned out to be a bomb, and then I just happened to end up coming back, you know? Don't know who that is. But would you agree that if anyone was going to think of replacing me, they would probably think of David Belo first, even if he wasn't me and he was never going to be like me or whatever? Do you think it's logical that to fill in for me that they would pick David Belo? Do you think that would make sense, that people would at least think in that direction, maybe? Because that was the whole idea. I left and David Belo came. And people thought he was going to be big, right? People thought he could have possibly had reached my level maybe when he first came here. But it didn't happen. I pay attention to things like that. That I think people first saw David Belo and said, this person, if Melton was going to go away, David Belo has the definite potential to take Melton John's place. I knew that there were a few people who probably thought that if I wasn't going to be around. That's what it is. But at first, I think he got their attention, though, is what I think. And who was going to replace Anderson Henderson? Was there going to be a potential Anderson Henderson replacement? I can't think of who it was, but I think there was someone out there who came to the community for a very short time, and he might have had some Anderson Henderson traits or something. It was somebody, though. I forget who. I thought there was someone who came here quickly. If I could think of 3 people, whether they're good or not, okay? I think between me, Anderson, Henderson, and Bergs, I think all 3 of us are irreplaceable, honestly. No matter what order you want to say who's best and who's worst or who's least. Between me, Anderson, Henderson, and Bergs, I don't think the 3 of us can be replaced on here. I really don't. So Absence and David Belo are the only 2 people who could be seen as me and Anderson's replacement. But Absence goes back a long time, and he hasn't even been here for a while. So that's the thing. I mean, but do you think it fucked with Anderson that I was here all these years alongside him when he thought he wanted to get success on here? And that I was always around? And he never had a YouTube without me? He never experienced a YouTube without me, really. Ever. And I think it got in his way. I really think it sure did, you know? What if I had not shown up? What would Anderson have done differently? That's what I'm trying to think. If I had never showed up, what would Anderson have done? Because I know it impacted him, like, for the whole time he was here. So what if I had never showed up? What would Anderson have become, really, when you think about this? I want you to answer this, Carlos, for me. What would Anderson Henderson be if I didn't show up? Again, I'm not saying that without me he's nothing, but at the same time, I think it would have affected things to a point. Because he saw me and he also built off me a lot of that time also. So I came to the scene, and I was pretty much here the whole... Maybe, but then again, I don't know. I really think me being around really influenced his time on here. And he may be upset about the result that I've been in his way, and maybe he thought he would have been a bigger star maybe if I wasn't around, taking his thunder from him or something. I'm just talking about over the years, though. In his mind, he thinks that I'm his biggest roadblock, and if I was never here, maybe he would have gotten more places even. He might think that. That's kind of how he rolls. Because before Abby, it was me. I'm not paying attention. It's not going to even be a fight. I don't even care. I don't care. Do not care. I hear Molasses Murphy's having a breakdown. I knew that was going to happen anyway, though, at some point. And now Anderson's trying to get with her after McHenry Cruiser was turning her down or something. What the hell's wrong with her? She's totally fucked up. Jesus Christ. So, why Abe? Now you're just making things up, Carlos. You're just making things up. That's not Abe and Anderson. That ain't happening ever. Gives you that idea. What gives you that idea? You might be right. But I still wouldn't consider Abe an Anderson replacement, though. Because he's in a whole other community. He doesn't show his face very often. But if Anderson was more like Abe, he would have got more hits, is what I think. Abe doesn't show himself, but he's still illustrating that that's what Anderson needed to do, where Anderson shows his face for him to get over the top. But he hasn't done that. I think that's what's in your mind. That Anderson, since he shows his face, needed to be like Abe. Since he shows his face, he would get even more hits, probably, being like Abe. But Abe doesn't show his face. I think that hinders Abe, is what I believe. It's not going to happen. I don't want to do this. There's not going to be any verses with anybody. I'm even done with that myself. I don't want to really do a verses with anybody over here. But I'm going to end this. It's late. I'm tired. It's what time now? 12:47. I'm getting out of here. Bye.